Hi, Katie. I'm Shyla, the community lead at Uplift. And today I'm joined by Katie from MoonPay. So it's really nice to meet you, Katie, and thanks for joining us for our AMA. It's really, we have these sort of catch-ups with our partnerships and, people that are joining our community, people are joining our platform. So it'd be really good to get to know MoonPay, who is a platform, which is a platform that we've recently integrated into our IDO platform. So let's start with you, Katie. Tell me a bit about yourself and tell us a bit about MoonPay for those who are not familiar with MoonPay.
Absolutely. Hi, Shyla. Great to be here. Thank you so much for having me on. It's always super exciting to partner with new partners in the space as we expand more into Web3. So absolutely love to talk more about what we're doing and the future of Web3. I think it's such a great space to be in. So a bit about me. I've worked for MoonPay, I think it's coming up to about 9 months now. Started in marketing as a project manager, and now I look after sort of our go-to-market, so as a partner marketing manager, and that's naturally evolved as the business has grown. For those who don't know much about MoonPay, it's one of the world's leading Web3 infrastructure providers. Previously, our core business was, and still is, our on and off ramp payment stack, facilitating the purchase of crypto via a credit card. And this product is basically our building blocks and why we integrate with a lot of crypto partners. Then we introduced NFT checkout, and this allows the seamless purchase of NFTs with the credit card, making NFT ownership accessible for everyone. And then back in June of 2022, at NFT NYC, we launched Hypermint, which transformed our business into a Web3 infrastructure company by offering brand and IP holders the opportunity to develop their own NFT strategies. We've simplified it for really large businesses and enterprises. So at MoonPay, our mission is to onboard the world to Web3, and in order to do that, we need to simplify it and enhance the user experience.
Okay, wicked. Thanks for that answer. That's really good. So you're like the leading on and off ramp payment infrastructure provider. I've seen you around on like other platforms as well. So I'm sure like when people use MoonPay on Uplift, they may feel like they've already used it before. It's quite intuitive. The UI UX quite intuitive for MoonPay. So one, it's easy to use. Two, you may already be familiar with it from using it on other platforms like OpenSea and other things. So how did it all start then? Do you know what the story is of MoonPay?
So I wasn't here for the very beginning, but I believe we firstly developed a widget and presented it to one of the largest crypto companies in the game at the time. This revolutionized the purchasing of crypto and the user experience when purchasing crypto. It essentially meant, and it still does mean, that instead of going to an exchange to purchase crypto, you can do it directly with a credit card. So this client became our first one, and we had a competitive edge against other providers, which led us to be one of the dominators in the space. We source liquidity and also KYC our users, which means, yes, if they used it before, they can use it again. Essentially, we abstract the complexity of onboarding into Web3 from partners who can then focus on building their own capabilities.
Brilliant. So can you tell our community then what the benefits are of using MoonPay?
Yeah. So the benefits are essentially it's a seamless process in which you can purchase crypto. You don't have to visit sites, and you don't have to kind of go between things, copying and pasting wallet addresses. It's really a seamless experience. I think also you can know that everyone we're dealing with has been really verified, and if you can purchase with MoonPay with any provider, whether that's a widget, whether that's kind of NFT checkout or anything else, you know that that person can be trusted and that your crypto is safe and that there's no risk. I think also we're kind of making it accessible to people maybe who don't really understand it, and now with things like Google Sign In and Apple Sign In, you can essentially have your data already, and it makes it that bit easier. So I think it's mainly ease at which we do things.
Okay, brilliant. And how do you think MoonPay is helping Web3 to scale?
So There's a few things really. Essentially, our infrastructure on and off ramp, we're constantly acquiring new partners, many of which are coming in the pipeline now, and we can't wait to talk about them. Obviously, Uplift is just a new one, so that's great. NFT checkout, definitely for your consumer. NFT checkout has now enabled most people to be able to purchase their first NFT, where previously they might have found that very tricky and maybe a bit daunting. With Hypermint, our enterprise grade minting has allowed businesses to scale with their Web3 strategies. And especially because we've got attention from large celebs and IP holders, we've really allowed the tech to be placed in their hands to allow their kind of strategy to proliferate. And then finally, education. I think we are scaling Web3 with our vertical of education. We've recently partnered with My BFF, which is bring your BFF to, who might not know about crypto, to one of our events so they can learn. We have panels educating, so the average person can really understand what crypto is all about and why we think it's so important.
Brilliant. So what are the biggest achievements you would say for MoonPay that you can share with us?
Yeah, I mean, so currently we've got over 10 million KYC customers in our ecosystem, so that's brilliant. Multiple new partners every month or week, I'd say, across different verticals. So we've obviously got Uplift IDO, which is super exciting, but between wallets, exchanges, investment platforms, NFT marketplaces, and then IP and brand holders and enterprises. So many. I can't name all of them, but you're welcome to check out our blog where we write about loads of our new things. Some notable ones that are particularly maybe culturally interesting, Flamengo. We just signed the Brazilian soccer team to take part in all of their Web3 strategy going forward. Universal as well. We've done through Hypermint their POAPs, their theme parks, which is super exciting. And what's really fun is that Lil Baby new song, Top Priority, actually mentioned MoonPay, and that was just an organic thing. And I can think for us, it shows that now the brand is becoming part of popular culture. And so the marketing, we've really got a heavy brand marketing strategy to improve that.
That sounds really cool. Yeah, you don't hear that often where, you know, especially now in the bear market, you're not really hearing like these name drops for like crypto or, you know, like blockchain companies being mentioned in pop culture. So that's really interesting to hear. So we're really excited to have MoonPay functionality on our Uplift platform. Obviously, it's going to be like easier for our users. Could you tell us about your main partners and how they've also succeeded with MoonPay?
Yeah, so we've got over 500 B2B partners that we're helping onboard, helping them onboard people to Web3. And yeah, we're helping kind of these companies reach a new customer, I think. So particular partners, for example, OpenSea with our NFT, I think you mentioned earlier, that's really been amazing to give NFT ownership to everyone, and that's what we're trying to do, unlock ownership for everyone, which has been really cool. So I think what we've helped people achieve is essentially bridging that gap to the consumer. So I think before, a lot of these maybe heavily crypto, I wouldn't say native, but kind of heavily entrenched in crypto companies where you'd have to have a lot of knowledge to maybe purchase crypto, use their platforms, etc. I think we're bringing that new audience, that new Web2 audience, that mass market audience. And as we've built our own brand as well, we're kind of drawing more attention to these partners who it kind of works both ways, who kind of might not know about, customers might not know about what we are helping them. So I think there's kind of, we're bringing attention and also their consumer base. So yeah.
Okay. So tell us why you're excited to partner and integrate MoonPay on Uplift.
So I think primarily breaking down barriers, Uplift is allowing people to be able to invest more freely in Web3 projects and essentially democratizing that investment. And MoonPay, we're all about allowing people to invest in crypto or purchase NFTs or, you know, participate in the Web3 ecosystem in some way. And so I think we're excited to partner with Uplift because it shares our values. And we hope that within our partnership, maybe people that aren't as confident as in investing or might not understand how to kind of go and purchase crypto separately and then come back to Uplift can do it super simply and in a really, really quick manner. I think also what's key to note is currently Uplift will have our on-ramp or has our on-ramp where you can top up your wallet and then you can buy the Uplift token, but soon we will list the Lift token so you can buy it directly, and that's a really good thing.
Fabulous. Yeah, no, so I think we're aligned in that sense. So one of the things that Uplift is trying to achieve is trying to, break down that barrier, like you said, make IDOs more accessible to more people, basically. Just like what you guys are trying to do with MoonPay and, with giving people easy access to NFTs, make it less confusing, make the journey a bit more in line with what they normally see on, say, an e-commerce website kind of thing. And I think that's what we need to be doing, even though obviously it's very Web2, but we need to break down the technical barriers, making it less cumbersome for new people to join the space. So yeah, I think it's really cool, and I think it's really important that we have something like MoonPay integrated on our platform for those same reasons. And Uplift we're going to be rolling out a new IDO flow as well, so really changing up the way the users actually participate is going to be a lot more seamless and less clunky, like not having to sort of think too much about what chain they're purchasing on and that sort of thing, and it will be done back.
And I think this is the thing, and this is, I think the future of Web3 is like, we need to now make it super easy for people to use blockchain technology. It's not just about people using it because it's Web3, it's people using it because it's easier than Web2, and it's that natural progression. And it's, I think, gone now is the hype of, oh, it's crypto, it's a token. It's actually, how can we make a difference, and how can, like, the technology in which we're building, and how can all these different new facets of Web3 actually use to better our lives, whether it's utility, whether it's kind of IP, whether it's, I don't know, there's so many different use cases for it. And so hopefully something like Uplift can really channel funds into these cool projects and these like IDOs that are meaningful to the space.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, I mean, it's lovely to speak to you today, Katie, about MoonPay, what you guys are trying to achieve and how you're transforming this space. It's it's a pleasure to have you guys integrated onto our platform so we can share that benefit with our communities. Thank you so much for coming on today and telling us more about MoonPay, and hopefully we'll see you again in our community soon.
Thanks so much, Shyla, for having me. It's been great to talk to you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.